Well, it's that time again, everybody. With nothing but my friends beside me, we'll never give in, we'll never rest. Giving Hoenn Gym Leaders Digimon Partners is our ultimate test. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and yes, it is my favourite time of the month when we give Digimon Partners to Pokemon Gym Leaders. And if you do enjoy this video series where I give Digimon Partners to Pokemon characters, or JoJo's, Kingdom Hearts, anything else, please do like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Leave a comment down below, it really does help me know that you want more of these videos. And you know, when I did this with Johto Gym Leaders, the video just felt so empty, so maybe this time, it's time I did it as a collaboration again. Brandon, I choose you!
So it wasn't enough to send me blasting off again last time. Now you've had me contained in a Master Ball for an entire week?
Honestly, I'm surprised it worked on a human. So, you know what time it is. Oh, what, are you mad at me?
You don't have enough badges to train me.
Okay, what if I told people to maybe go check out your video that you're doing on your channel, where you're giving the Digimon Tamers characters their own gym leader Pokemon teams?
Oh, okay, deal.
Don't worry, audience, I know it's Frontier month. We'll do Frontier next time. We're trying to do these in order.
To start us off would be Roxanne. Roxanne! And her partner would be Professor Agumon, to reference her academic excellence in trainer school, thirst for knowledge, and her being a teacher of the beginners class in the anime. From Professor Agumon, we would then transition into more of a rock Digimon with Galamon, which kind of looks like a rocky cousin to Greymon. We did use this for Brock, but our hands are kind of tied seeing as they have the exact same starting Pokemon, Geodude. But for a little bit of a twist and a nod to it being Digimon Frontier's 20th anniversary, Galamon would then evolve into Gigasmon. This doubles as a reference to Roxanne's ace Pokemon, who also has a massive schnoz, Nosepass. Gigasmon being the beast spirit of Earth makes it very well suited to Roxanne, and it even has an attack called Earthquake. From there, we would head back to the Galamon family and have Gigasmon evolve into Bancho Galamon, with its stone-like appearance referring to the badge Roxanne gives you, the Stone Badge. There was a temptation there to refer to Devoncorp headquarters being in Rustboro, also home to Roxanne's gym, by using Appmon such as Navimon and Compassmon to refer to the Pokenav. There was also the idea to go the fossil route, considering Roxanne's gym in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had fossils everywhere, and Devoncorp is where you can revive fossils in Hoenn, so we could have gone the route of the Armaldo line with Anomalo Carrymon. Damn, that's a mouthful.
Then Brawly is the Juford fighting type gym leader who bestows the Knuckle Badge. In Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, he has even sort of a surfer goggles shades that he wears, because he lives in an island town and is a passionate surfer. As such, we have given him Gaumon, this being a notable brawler rookie, and not being dissimilar to the matchup Brawly has. Work with me here. I was really tempted to use Digimon X, as it has a visual similarity being a sumo to Makuhita and Hariyama, but ultimately just didn't feel like a good fit. Then we're going to keep that line going with Gaugamon, another fighting Digimon. According to the Digimon reference book, its claws that were once protected by gloves have grown steadily. Although it is a quadruped with its tenacious leg strength, it can also stand up to attack like a bear. Then, switching things up, Gaugamon will become Shuojinmon, a strong combat Digimon with blue elements, to transition from Gaugamon, but also because notably it is a deep savers Digimon. Obviously because of Brawly's connection to the ocean, but also because we are going to have the Mega be Surfymon, because Brawly loves surfing. The beauty of Digimon not having to stick to types like Pokemon is that we can do stuff like this with a fighting type gym leader, quote unquote, to really tie in the coastal Juford town and Brawly's own love of surfing. Although an aquatic Digimon, Surfymon has evolved to the point it's just as competent on land as it is on sea, with a litany of hyper-fast combat moves. Next up is Wattson, and I wanted to focus on his regional Pikachus, Plusle and Minun. I know they're not literally Pikachus, you know what I mean. As the Voltorb and Magneton that make up a lot of his teams don't give us a ton to work with, only really allowing for like Kaguramon, Kakuamon, Digimon like that, and that's going to get a bit repetitive. So I am giving Wattson the electrically charged Pulsemon. Pulsemon is a sort of modern mascot for Digimon, which works nicely for Plusle and Minun as the Pikachu equivalents for Hoenn, but then also allows its champion form to be Runnermon, as a reference to the Manectric on Wattson's Emerald team, as well as many rematch and other game appearance teams. Then Runnermon would become Pistmon, not one of my favourite Pulsemon evolutions, but thematically makes ton of sense because this electricity fueled cycling Digimon will act as a reference to how you get the bike from Rydell Cycles in Morville City, the same city where Wattson's gym resides, and the Dynamo badge Wattson gives out gets its name from the Dynamo, a device which can turn mechanical energy such as the turning of a bike wheel into electrical energy, which you can find on bicycles to power things like the front light. And then finally, Pistmon will digivolve to a Zulongmon. A Zulongmon being the guardian Digimon of the East, and Hoenn being one of the most easterly Pokemon regions, is a nice connection. And I think it being a sort of old man lightning Digimon ties very nicely into the old man electricity of Wattson. Even if him having a literal Digimon god might be a little bit OP, but if it's okay for one of the kids in Digimon Tri, it's okay for Wattson in my book. I do wish I could have referenced the C Morville, which Wattson was the project leader of in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but there wasn't really anything that fit too well. But if you've got an idea, let me know down below.
After Wattson, we have Flannery, the fiery young gym leader who gives you the Heat badge. We're going to do something a little bit different here and work our way backwards with her partner Digimon. So we'll start with her Mega, which would be Ancient Volcamon, which is a great reference to Flannery's Torkoal and Nummel/Camerupt, who have both been on her team at some point. This also works as an homage to Mount Chimney, the volcano that fuels the hot springs found in Lava Ridge Town, which houses Flannery's gym. And the hot springs are even incorporated into her gym in Oris. While we're on the subject, let's go down a level to Ultimate with Volcdramon, which would work as a reference to the same things as Ancient Volcamon, with a heavier focus on the volcano homage. And its general body shape and smoky plumes reflects Torkoal pretty well. Down another level, we have Lynxmon, just a general fire Digimon to set her apart from Blaine, but it also works as a reference to the Growlithe and Arcanine seen on some of her rematch teams. A fun one we could give her, though it isn't really fire related, is Numemon, as Flannery clearly loves slugs given her 2 Slugmas on her Ruby and Sapphire team, as well as her Macargo found on a bunch of her other teams. There is a red Numemon that can be found in a fire dungeon in Digimon World 3, so maybe we could give her that? I don't know. Lastly, her rookie would be Candlemon. It's just one of the few fire rookies we can give her, but you could say that its melty appearance could reflect her affinity for Slugma.
Well, howdy, partner. Caught me having a little nap, but you know what never sleeps? Bargains. Yeah, today's the day of my big duel. Some no-good yellow belly said that I, Cowboy Karn, didn't know where to find the best bargains from Japan. So I'm gonna give him a piece of 2 of my most devastating sidearms. Will Smith and Jada. If you don't want to be like that coward who said, I don't know how to get a bargain from Japan, you're going to want to use today's sponsor, Buyee. Buyee is a website that acts as a proxy service, getting you all the goods you need from Japan. Whether you're a Pokemon fan trying to find those Pokemon-censored Japanese exclusives, or a Digimon fan trying to find yourself something like the Digimon XL or the Digimon Twin, Buyee allows you to shop on all those Japanese websites in confidence. From Yahoo Japan auctions and shopping to Mercari, Rakuten, Amazon, JP, and more. They've even got a browser extension which lets you shop on websites outside of Buyee, add items to your shopping cart, and check out. Plus, Buyee has a virtual warehouse, meaning you can get all your items delivered to a Japanese address, stored for up to 30 days, and then shipped out straight to you. And when you use Karn's exclusive link in the description down below, you'll get a 2,000 yen coupon when you first sign up with Buyee. And when you sign up and make a purchase, you're directly supporting Karn too. Thank you to Buyee for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to those darn tootin' Pokemon.
And then there is Norman, the normal type gym leader. Man, gym leaders used to have some really literal ass names, huh? Roxanne, Norman, Brock. It's just Rock with a B at the front of it. This absent father is difficult. A large percentage of his teams are made up of Slackoth, Vigoroth, and Slacking, but we do see Pokemon like Spinder, Linoon, and even Kangaskhan, and Blissey in his teams. This makes finding a Digimon for him difficult. I have settled on his rookie partner being Kudamon, based on the Pipe Fox, which has some visual similarities to his Emerald Linoon, and also feels quite like an equivalent to normal type. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I didn't get that Linoon was a reference to a straight line as opposed to a zigzagoon, and I thought it was called Linoon, because I'm stupid. That Linoon was a reference to a straight line as opposed to a zigzagoon.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I would then have his Kudamon digivolve to Leomon because well, spoilers for the Pokemon Adventure manga, but also because Leomon feels like a normal type Digimon to me, though I could see an argument for Leomon feeling like a fighting type too. From there, to begin referencing the Slakoth line, I have chosen Gokumon. It is an ape, not a sloth, but there are definitely ape-like elements utilized in its design, especially in Vigoroth. This is also a pretty loose connection, but Norman's Japanese name is Senri. While primarily a reference to Senryo or the Glabora sarcandra herb, it also comes from Senri, meaning great distance. You could see this being allegorical to the great distance of Gokumon's namesake, Son Goku or Son Wukong, had to undertake in the journey to the west. And finally, Norman's Mega will be Belphemon Sleep Mode and Rage Mode, to of course act as a parallel to the laziness and hyperactivity of Slakoth and Vigoroth, and then slacking again, and also because Belphemon is the great demon lord of Sloth.
Next up is Winona, the flying type gym leader from Four Tree City. So like, I get birds perch in trees, so that's kind of the reference there, but like, why wouldn't you give a grass type gym leader to a town full of trees? I mean, it's literally in the name, Four Tree. To reference this and her affinity for bird Pokemon, we're going to give her a plant-bird hybrid Digimon that is also a member of the Wind Guardians family. So for her rookie stage partner, we have Pomumon. For a champion level, we could go with Parasaurmon here, but that leans a bit too much into the dragon side of the dragon plant bird hybrids of the Wind Guardians. So instead we will go with Diatrimon, which shares many design elements with Skarmory, which is seen many times across Winona's teams. Diatrimon would then evolve into Tauropiamon, which is a reference to Winona's Tropius, which has been in her rematch teams, with them both having the same dinosaur mixed with plant aesthetic and sharing those same 4 leaf wings. They even have similar name etymology, with Tauropia and Tropius both coming from the word tropical. Finally, Tauropiamon would evolve into Sarismon, giving us that full-on avian forest hybrid that really just sums up Winona and her team in every way. Even down to Sarismon having Sarismon Medium, a woman controlling a giant tree bird. Can't get much more Winona than that. As a sort of honorable mention, I really wanted to put Zephyrmon somewhere on this team because it bears such a striking resemblance to Winona herself.
And then is Tate and Liza, the psychic type gym leaders of Moss Deep City. How fortuitous that the 3rd generation of Pokemon and the 3rd season of Digimon would both feature young male and female twins. Yeah, there was absolutely zero world where I wasn't giving Tate and Liza an Impmon to match up with Iron Marco having an Impmon, like they're twins, they're boy and girl. It makes too much sense. So of course it would be pretty natural to give them just the standard evolution line of Wizardmon to Balmon and finally Beelzemon, but given they are brother and sister and their signature Pokemon are the Sun and Moon of Solrock and Lunatone, I thought it might be fun if their Impmon would digivolve slightly differently depending on which twin was in charge at that moment. Perhaps becoming Wizardmon, Balmon, and Beelzemon for Tate, but maybe for Liza they could have something like Impmon to Witchmon, to Lady Devimon, and then Beelstarmon. I think with the magical elements, this still feels pretty true to their psychic typing also. And I tricked you, huh? When I started talking about the Sun and Moon, you thought I was going to use Apollomon and Dianamon again? It would like kind of work, I guess, not really so much from Impmon, but you know, if you wanted to have a Solrock and Lunatone reference, throw Coronamon and Lunamon in there somewhere if you want one of their Evos, I don't know. I just think Impmon and kind of like Impmon themed evolutions just makes way more sense given the parallels of the 2 sets of twins.
Next up is Wallace, the ever fabulous final gym leader of Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire, and the champion of Pokemon Emerald. Why they replaced Steven for Wallace? I have no clue. Am I complaining? I don't know. For Wallace's partner Digimon, we have chosen Otamamon. It is an underused aquatic Digimon and bears a resemblance to Wallace's Whiscash, though they're based on 2 different animals. Otamamon would then pretty naturally evolve into Waymon, which is mainly a reference to Wallace's Waylord from his champion team and his Delta episode team in Oris, but also serves as a big blue blubbery animal like Wallace's Celio in Walrein. Say that 3 times fast. From there, Waymon would evolve into Mega Seadramon, which has the whole serpentine water dragon thing going on, like Wallace's Gyarados and Milotic. Finally, we will wrap up this line with Marine Angemon. This is a reference to Wallace's Love Disc with its general size and love motif, but could also work as a nod to Milotic's graceful and almost angelic presence.
And finally is the original Pseutopolis gym leader that we didn't see until Pokemon Emerald, and that is Juan. Juan's teams are kinda similar to Wallace's, so we could definitely have made their lines similar, but given the notable absence of the beautiful Milotic, which feels like a signature of Wallace, we decided to give Juan a completely new line. His initial partner will be Crabmon to reference Juan's Crawdaunt, then Sealamon to keep that more armored Digimon feeling going with the overall aquatic vibe. Then it would digivolve to Divermon, which I think is a fun nod as you have to use Dive to access Sutopolis in the Hoenn region, but then its blue coloration can also reference Juan's Walrein, Whiscash, and Kingdra. Then finally it will become Plesiomon, this acting as a common Gomamon Mega, and as such gives us a good kind of side reference to Walrein and Ikakumon, but also while retaining more of a sea animal feeling. And of course, Plesiomon also references Juan's Lapras he has in his 3rd and 4th rematch teams in Pokemon Emerald. And that's our picks. Let us know which ones you liked most and which ones you would do differently in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, and ring that bell while you're down there.
And don't forget to come over to my channel, where we'll be doing the inverse by giving the Digimon Tamers Digidestined their own Pokemon gym teams.
Please do that, you'll see me over there with Brandon's video. Thank you to my wonderful Sovereign ZDK14, as well as all the other people who support the channel with their hard-earned money. It really does mean the world, and they get early access to all my videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time
when we go digital.
Bye bye.